I am thankful for death. Hey, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to start a series about death. D-E-A-T-H, death. Because death is very, very important. Years ago, I came up with this saying, Harry, you haven't lived until you know that it's reality that you're going to die. You know, I haven't lived until I know that death is a reality. And what do I mean by that? It's like, if I really believe that one day I'm going to die, then I'm going to live that way. I'm going to live life to the fullest. Now, I'm not talking about living life to the fullest on material blessings and doing this and doing that. Things that the world consider fun. They consider fun. No. I'm talking about doing the things that I've been called to do. Doing the things, living a righteous life. And it's not easy. Last year, Thanksgiving, I did a talk on one of the gentlemen. Well, it was a couple of us. We had 5 or 10 minutes apiece. And one of the guys says, hey, we should sit down and we should discuss, make sure we're not going to be talking about the same things that we're thankful for. I said, well, I doubt if anybody is going to talk about the same thing that I'm going to talk about. And so I said in my lesson, I am thankful for death. Woo! I am thankful for death. Now, why did I say that I was thankful for death? Well, as you live, you go through things. As you live, you see other people go through things. My mother went home to be with the Lord probably about 5 years ago. And what happened was I was visiting and I told her I was going to go to the store. And she said, I'm going to rest, son. That's what I'm going to rest. I said, okay, boom. So I go to the store. I come back, peep in on her, and she's resting. So I go into the living room. I just lay on the floor. Right by the window next to the street. And all of a sudden, I hear this horrific sound, this screaming. And so I sit up and I open the window or the curtains, and I look up and down the street and I don't see anything. I said, was I just dreaming? And I was like, no. And then I went down the hallway and my mother was awake. And I said, Mom, it startled her. And she said, oh, son, I didn't know you were home. And she was in so much pain that she didn't let on the whole time I was there. She thought she was in the privacy of her own home. That's when she let it out. So that was about 5 years ago. And then my sister, she passed away. She had some complications. But you know, when people die in the Lord, you know it's not the end. It's just the beginning of everlasting life. And so you don't want to see your loved ones suffer. Not only that, we all should be thankful for death, one death in particular, and that's the death of Jesus Christ, that he died for our sins. And where would we be without him? And so, in order for me or you to go and to live with the Father forever, guess what? We have to go through physical death. I got ready to say a spiritual death, but we have to go through a physical death to be with him. And life is not going to be over for anyone. Everyone's going to live forever in one place or the other. And you see, when you realize, like years ago with my mom, I would call her like once a week, and I get ready to call her twice. Then I would say, you know, I already talked to Mom. I already talked to her this week. And I said, boy, what's wrong with you? You know, one day your mother's not going to be here. And so I start calling her every day for years. And it was amazing. And then with my wife, I was just like, you know, one day I'm going to pass or she's going to pass, right? So we want to make sure that we are taking care of the things we need to and being loving and kind. People often think that they are going to die before their children. No, there are many children that die before their parents. And so I want you to start thinking about that. How important it is to live. You haven't begun to live until you know that you're going to die. Follow this series, please. We'll catch you in the next video.